Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about an EV3 programming technique called multi-threading. I have here a simple robot, a left motor attached to port A, a right motor attached to port B, and a touch sensor attached to port 1. What I want the robot to do is run both motors simultaneously, the left motor running for 4 seconds and the right motor running for 2 seconds. However, as I laid it out in this program in sequence, that's not going to work as I intended, because what's going to happen here is the left motor will start spinning at the start of the program. It will spin for 4 seconds, the left motor will stop, then the right motor will start and spin for 2 seconds. Not what I intended. What I want to do is for both motors to start simultaneously. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this step down here. Instead of running them in sequence, I want to run them in parallel, or we call that in multiple threads, multiple parallel threads of execution. I'm going to open up this sequence of program at the top, and I'm going to create another thread from the start of the program to that second step that I drag out. So instead of having the two steps in sequence, I now have them in parallel. So running this, first motor runs for 4 seconds at the same time that the second motor runs for 2 seconds. Another technique they use with multi-threading is for one thread to be able to signal the other thread. So I'm going to change this program. I'm going to for the first thread, I'm just going to run the left motor forever. I'm going to run the right motor forever in the second thread. I'm going to attach a wait block on the first thread for the touch sensor that I attach. When the touch sensor is triggered, I'm gonna make the first motor stop. However, the second motor, because it's running on a separate thread, is still spinning around. How can we have the first thread signal the second thread to stop execution? The technique that I'm gonna use here is called loop interrupt. So I have here an infinite loop for the second thread. It just goes on. And it doesn't break out of the loop until we tell it to do so. We have another block here called loop interrupt. And notice the label here. It's going to interrupt any loop that's labeled 01, particularly the loop that we have on the second thread. So once a loop interrupt happens, the second thread goes out from that loop, or breaks out the execution from that loop. And I'm going to turn off the motor from the second thread as well. Let's give that a try. Both motors start simultaneously, and the first thread is waiting on the touch sensor, and as soon as I trigger the touch sensor, the first thread stops, and at the same time sends a loop interrupt to the second thread, and the second thread also stops. That's a good way of performing or sending a signal from one thread to another. I hope this helped. Thank you so much.